We have a day of waterfalls, dodgy roads, a few murals, mountains, bush, some altitude, and a platypus or two or three or four. We also visit a bakery for the first time in quite some time, the Deloraine Bakery. Stay with it. We'll get through the boring stuff first. Wednesday the 13th of September 2023. We're about to spend our second night on the banks of the Meander River at the Apex Van Park in Deloraine. This bloke down here with the mower, he just never stops. So we are now at day 46. So yesterday we drove from Derwent Bridge to here. Today we drove out to Liffey Falls. Some very interesting sphincter pulsating moments, sort of a road into Liffey Falls. We are winding into the back half of the trip now. Fuel prices escalating rather rapidly again. The barrel looks like it'll do $90 tonight. Certainly gone from high 70s to 90 if it hits it tonight, but it's mid 89s at the moment. 92s if you're talking Brent. Fuel here, I paid $228.9 this morning at a BP. Seems like there's only 2 service stations here. There's not too many people here. We've seen platypus in the Meander River both yesterday. We saw 3 or 4 yesterday and 1 again today. We also drove out to Pine Lake, just taking some of the mountains and those hairpins that we drove through yesterday. It was a bit of a masterclass in articulated vehicle reversing yesterday. We are on a bit of a downslope. There's a solid chance we float down the Meander River should the brakes and the chocks let go. Yeah, I got that in about 2 goes. A little bit crooked. I was pretty happy with it off the left mirror. Let's get into the day that was. Liffey Falls, Pine Lake, and a few hills and a few hairpins. So we're about to head off to Liffey Falls. It looks like it's a short sort of a walk. The track to Liffey Falls. Supposedly not too far. World Heritage Area. Someone's put a stupid looking monument in. I don't quite get that, but anyway. Looks like it's got a bit of steep about it, but it's a well-formed track, so we'll be right. Picture that with the bigger camera, bigger lens. A little step work as we head back to the car park. Here we go, leaving Liffey Falls. This is an interesting track, I can tell you. I don't know how people can't drive, or even people that can drive, manage in the busy season, and there's just nowhere to pass at all. But the main reason we're getting a little bit of this video is to show you this exceptional Tasmanian bridge. There's the bend on, and it's plenty rough, and it's plenty narrow, as they love making them down here. And just have a look at this rattle and shake when we come off it. They do say it's a rough surface, and they are indeed correct. It's a cracking surface. I probably should give us a bit of four-wheel drop for that, because it's pretty slippery. So we got about, I don't know, 6 or 8k before we get onto something that's a bit wider.
Some vomit-inducing video.
Oh, there you go. The old woman has just said it's a vomit-inducing video. So don't watch it if you don't want to have stuff coming out your mouth and your nose that you just put into your stomach. Not the best place to be taking pictures. Just spot off the road between Deloraine and Mina that we've come back to today after yesterday. But looks pretty impressive in real life. There's another one back there. I don't think this is going to work out too well. You don't know until you try. And that one there is pretty impressive as well. We might get another crack at that, up and around a bit. So there we get another crack at it. Someone that's smart would know what all these mountains are called. Pretty impressive, pretty impressive. We are back up over 1200 metres at the Pine Lake Walk, just looking at rocks and mountains and stuff we couldn't stop for yesterday. Okay, we just thought we'd film a couple of these exceptional hairpins that you find on this particular road from Mina to Deloraine through the Central Plateau or Central Highlands. There's about a dozen of them, I'd reckon, maybe a bit less, across the, it's about a 60 kilometre drive. Some on the upside, some on the downside. They do just keep coming here for a bit. There's a chap behind me who's a little bit pushy. I imagine these things deliver some sphincter tightening exercises to some folks occasionally. Just some more of those sphincter tightening moments if you're in a hurry. This would be a good racetrack actually, up and down and round through these wunderbar hairpins. They are classic hairpins, down and around and bending right back on themselves. This next one's a bit of a sweeper. Oh, maybe it's not. It's got 25 as the suggested limit. Oh, leads in with a couple of potholes. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Look at that. They are gorgeous. Not sure how you handle it in your B double. Oh, there's another classic on the way. Oh, this next one could be the king. Yeah, this is a goodie, this one. So we did all this yesterday towing, as well as some on the upside. So we towed all the way up to about 1,210 metres from memory, and then back down to whatever Delarane's at. We keep forgetting to have a look at the car to see what Delarane's at. We're back at 626 at the moment. A couple of murals on the buildings on the Delarane showgrounds. Not sure how that's going to show up. As usual, the sun's in the wrong spot. We swing around here. Kind of back in a bit of dairying area. A bit of forestry. Green, wet. Theoretically a better view of that mural, but the sun ain't happy. The sun's not in a happy spot. There are a couple of other places to buy fuel in town. Unattended places over this side of town. Unattended is fine. Unfortunately, I was in the wrong place in comparison to the sun for these murals, and of course we never got back. So next up, we're going to hit Mole Creek and go for a bit of a drive out towards Cradle Mountain to see which road might be best for that tow effort. I'm going to put all the signage at the end here just because there's so much of it and we might want to go back to it. Today's platypus came up very, very close. Looks like he might have a bit of an injury or a bit of a disease around that left eye. I was actually pretty happy with the way these turned out. They're not great, but gee, it was dark and I had the ISO wound right up. Going handheld with 400 is never easy and even harder in the dark.